So that's you.
Anything?
That's is this normal to you? That these? Well, how many times have you been on a bridge like this?
Probably the biggest bridge I've ever been on.
Let's say so. Yeah, this is not something you've done before. So definitely, this is a new experience for both of you. Being on the middle of a bridge that spans 18 miles across, precarious piece of stone now being splashed by waves. So he could see. The irony is he could see and he doesn't understand what he's seeing, and the other one can't see and he doesn't understand what he's seeing. Okay, so that's. So what do you guys do in preparation for this? Because it seems like the water is starting to get more violent.
I guess I'm focusing mentally by maybe or poisons.
What are you doing? Preparing you don't have any more ingredients for poisons. You used it all last time.
Can't I use any of the things I got from the giant that we killed earlier with his liver?
Kidney. Oh yeah, his kidney.
Yeah.
You're
welcome.
I wouldn't process it in this because with this amount of moisture, it might damage it.
Oh, it might be thinned out. Shit.
Yeah, you might thin out the poison just because of the amount of moisture in the air. So you have to be in a more dry place. Plus, you know, there's water everywhere. Plus, you know, you're in close confines with other people. You could get them sick with the exposure to this, whatever this is you're about to cut open.
Okay. I guess maybe I should roll survival
To do what with?
to prepare for surviving or something. I don't know.
So I guess, yeah, sure, go for it.
Yeah.
So preparing for something that you've never encountered before. Alright, so your only reference is sandstorms. So it's like, this could be no different from a sandstorm, which is there's some basic things you need to do to batten down from a sandstorm, which is, for one, you need to find something to seal all the windows and the door. So that if there's a wave of water that does splash over this, at least they won't get inside.
Okay, so I guess I start finding well.
That would be perception. Do you see any extra cloth just lying around that you could use to seal?
Perception.
Okay, that is a definite yes. Is there enough to seal? There's not enough to seal everything, so...
Well, I'll do what I can with what I have.
It's only enough to seal some of the windows and maybe the door, but some of the windows that will be left exposed to the water.
Okay.
So, let's see. You're going to spend... It's going to be, like, into the storm, so it's going to take you longer than 2 hours to do all this, because you're going to be patching as many windows as possible. Niltaor, so you're seeing that Kreen, you've relayed that these waters are rising, and then you see him go for cloth and stuff and start putting it on windows. Or whatever he can get, and whatever he can do to barricade whatever this place is, this keep thing. So what do you do about that?
And wake everyone else up.
Yeah, so how are you going to wake up Spicoli? He's in the rock.
Bang on the rock.
He's banging on the rock. Okay, so
there's already vibration, so...
Yeah, you're going to have to try something else, because the bridge is already vibrating because the water's slamming into it.
Still sleeping.
And it's muffled, so he's in the rock. So, I mean, how would you wake him up?
You can't.
On the wave on, I guess.
Say what?
On the wave on.
You sure you want to do that with that much water in the air? And that's like, along with, are you sure you want to do that in close confines with everyone else? Plus, are you sure you want to waste that slot on your own ally?
Yeah, I'm really thinking about it.
Yeah, so it's like there's a lot of problems with that statement. And I think the more major one is that might collapse the bridge, or at least that part of the bridge. Do you really want to be responsible for him falling into the river?
I can change into animals.
Does it mean you'll have enough time to do so? Plus, you're in stone, so if the stone shakes loose, there's a couple factors there, such as the stone shakes loose. Was that enough to wake you up? It hits the water. Is that enough to wake you up? So currently you're in a sleeping state, and you survived tremors, and you survived whatever sounds, and you can't really hear the sounds. So if it does shake off, then there's a good chance you might get swept away by the river.
You know what? To make this easier, I'm just gonna roll. You want me to roll con?
I don't know. I don't know. Can you? Let's say, can you? The answer is no. Because until you get done with your long rest, you will remain in the stone. So that's another 2 hours. Which Niltaor's acting now, so Niltaor, what are you going to do?
And then we'll ignore him till again.
Okay, there you go. So he's just going to let you sleep your 2 hours and you'll wake up naturally. Okay, Sandheart Flame. They're definitely there. They're aware of the situation. Because you can see that they're, let's see, are they getting up? No, they're not getting up too quickly, but they are getting prepared slightly. Okay, so
after working them, they're gonna go ahead with Cream.
What are you trying to do?
Gonna help Cream in barricading all the
Okay,
windows.
so he's gonna help you. Will that shave time? That will shave time off of it if you both work together. Let's see. Will that meet the deadline? Still won't meet the deadline. So you'll still go over 2 hours. Let's see. The only advantage, you'll cover more of the windows, but there'll still be, whatever's gonna hit is gonna. If it is like a tidal wave or a tidal surge or something, it is gonna hit beyond it. Okay, so 2 hours passes. It is not a tidal surge. What you start to hear is a deep rumbling. Like, you guys have to roll perception. Like, do you guys recognize what that sound means?
Yeah, perception.
Because it's raining. It's raining in broad daylight and up you. So Kreen has never heard this sound before. Niltaor.
Should Spicoli roll with disadvantage?
Spicoli had, question is now you have to wake up. So you have to get yourself out of the rock, and that's Constitution.
Did 2 hours pass?
Okay. So yeah, the 2 hours has passed. 2 hours has
Okay,
passed. They're still patching they're still trying to seal up the things. So Constitution, which means it's going to take you a little bit of effort because you have to will yourself out of the stone as well. So you're half awake, or you're half awake, and you're trying to pry yourself out of the stone still. Slowly, because you don't want to. This is a delicate operation. You don't want to try and break the bridge or any of that. Because again, this is a fragile bridge, and if anything might happen, the whole bridge might come down. So you definitely hear. Okay, Crane. That's perception again. So you didn't see. You don't understand what the sound means, but do you see what's? Oh yeah, you. So you look out, and you're not sure what you see, but you see that there's a massive tidal wave coming down the river, or it looks like a massive flow of water coming down. It looks like the river's coming this way.
Oh.
So the Hydra immediately wakes up, and like one of its heads looks out it's Kreen. It's going to try to nudge you out of the way. Are you going to resist its movement?
I guess, yeah.
Okay. Why are you going to try to resist him? Because he's just trying to look out the window.
No, that's fine. I
Okay,
just...
so he's going to nudge you out of the way so the head can look out the window.
Yeah.
And then, like, his head snaps back, and it's like... There's like, Tidal Surge. This is uncommon. This shouldn't be happening at this time of day. Nor this season. It's like, like, he's looking at Kreen, it's like, you guys need to get on the roof.
And ask, I just do it. I just stop moving.
Okay, so...
Yeah, bolt out there.
So, let's see, what skills? So, for Kreen, you have jumping.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
I guess I'll jump on the
No, I'm
roof.
talking Spicoli. It's like, what is he trying to do with that?
What I do?
You just did hold person, so...
No, I accidentally hit it.
Okay, there you go.
I accidentally clicked it. I'm trying to do my spell still.
Okay, so...
By accident.
You're gonna try... Niltaor, what do you have to climb? So Kreen has high jumping. He can just jump up to where he needs to be.
If...
Kreen, do you still have that rope?
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the things you could do is you could put the
I
rope down
guess-
the side so other people can get up.
The rope and then toss it down.
Okay, so Niltaor, there's now a rope snaking down. Let's see. So Heartflame and Say are on the move. They've already woken up, and Rang's on the shoulder. Say has to do a strength save in order to see if she can climb that. So what's the? She got a. It's 5. Okay, that didn't work. She got a 12. Yeah, so she's you know, for someone so scrawny, it's pretty easy to climb a rope. What about Heartflame? So then Heartflame's next, right after her. Man, she's up the rope. Okay, so Niltaor, you're the only one that's still on ground level.
What about me?
I mean, it's
And
gonna ask
Spicoli.
either
Spicoli's the only other one on ground level. What are you gonna do?
Gonna ask the hider if he can lift me up. Like,
Lift you up there?
Okay. Yeah.
So he just like, I don't know how comfortable are with you at having basically you're in his mouth. Or you?
I don't care.
Okay, so he tries not to bite down too hard, and he puts you in his mouth, and then he's like moving his head outside of the window, and he simply deposits you on top. Okay, and Spicoli, you're not fully aware and awakened out of the stone, so.
I guess we'll go on.
But the tidal surge is definitely approaching. It could be a good 200 feet away or so. It'll likely arrive in minutes. So outside, you definitely see that the populace is getting prepared for this surge to come. Like they're now hunkering down in their houses and they're getting prepared for the surge to hit.
I guess I'll go outside and see what's going on.
Okay, so you're not even aware that there's a massive tidal surge coming this way, despite the noise.
Hey, I'm kind of used to thunder.
Okay. Thunder, yeah, thunder, yes. The vibration, the massive vibration of a river and the sound of rushing water, plus the giant wall of water coming this way. That's a little different.
Hey, I'm not looking outside until
Okay,
I walk outside.
so-
I'm like, well, shit.
Okay, so you know by that time you might actually get hit with the tidal surge.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. That's your choice.
I guess I'll turn into, let's see, giant, no. I guess a squid and try to put my suction cups on the bridge.
Okay, so... On which part of the bridge? There's a lot of parts of the bridge.
Any place that's flat and would be able to, be put with a suction cup.
So likely you're just going to batten down where you are now. You're just going to turn into a squid and suction cup to the...
Put every single tentacle.
Yeah, of course,
on
that's
bridge.
obviously what that means, so... So the Hydra is looking at you, it's like, are you sure that's going to work? It's like, and so, like, one of the mouse models like, I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
If anything, I'll survive the splash and just be in the river.
Okay, so...
And I'll turn into a giant one.
Okay, so the massive tidal surge is arriving. And you could definitely see that it goes a good 20 feet or 30 feet above, not that much, maybe like 5 or 10 feet above the bridge. So with the size of the tower, it won't crest the tower that is here. So let's see, who's got perception? Well, Say's got perception, so let's roll it.
Should I roll?
Okay, so... No, I'm just going by the people on the roof. So... Say can definitely... Let's see, is she going to tell you? No. So, Say can determine how large it is. What about you guys? How good is your perceptions?
I guess I'll roll then.
So... Yeah, just roll it. So... This is going to be easy, because, I mean, the thing is massive. It's kind of hard to miss. It's almost impossible to miss. So, yeah, this... You can tell that this Tidal Surge is a good couple of yards across. So it'll be, let's see, time frame? It'll take a good 2 minutes for it to fully pass. It's that much water, so... You see it crests the bridge, it goes straight over it, almost like it's absorbing the bridge, and then you just start seeing the water flooding through the town. So,
Town?
Whatever you want to call this place. So... To your shock, you see some of the merfolk are getting washed away.
Rip.
Yeah. I don't know, are you
They're
guys shocked that
merfolk,
some of the
fine.
merfolk are getting pushed away by the tidal forces?
I'm sure they'll be able to come back. Hopefully.
Let's see,
Nature takes it.
So they're being grabbed, it's pretty much they're being grabbed, they're being thrown off the bridge, because that's high up and into the water below, and then the tidal surge goes over them.
Nature takes its course.
Right, so... Do you see some, like... That's some of them, and then, yeah... Spicoli, since you're the one on the bottom, you're the one that has to roll Constitution to not get swept away. So the tidal wave goes through the entire house.
I don't
And
have...
it's sweeping with you. It's sweeping through the house. So
I don't know what my con is as a squid.
it's your standard con. Just roll it.
No, it changes based on the animal I am.
Squid.
Or the con of a squid.
Yeah, the
Are you
three
sure you
thing-
want to do it that way? Because that lowers it by quite a lot.
Hey, I'm playing by the rules.
Alright. So...
Just tell me what it is, and I'll minus.
But, like, just roll con and I'll minus it. Because I'm the one that has to know.
A d20 then?
Yeah, it's pretty much.
That's it.
Okay, so the challenge rating is 10, so there's a lot of water flooding through, but the only good side is that the water fills up the house, or most of the house. So it's not as violent. It's still a lot of current, though.
I'm still batting down.
Yeah, so... But you can definitely feel that some of your suction cups are having a hard time sticking, and it is going to strain you a bit.
Yeah.
So this is 2 straight minutes of holding on for dear life, trying not to get swept away by the tides. So, moment passes. The moment passes, you can definitely tell, like, as soon as it starts, it's over. Just the massive amount of water goes up, and then it comes in, then it goes away. And now the whole area is wet. There's still water spots on the bridge. Let's see, what about the rain? The rain is still in effect, so... Okay, so now you see that the house is starting to drain of most of its water, but there are pools of water still in there.
I guess back to human form once the water's below, like, ankle level.
Does this require spell slots?
Nope. This is
so-
wild shape.
This is what?
Wild shape.
Wild shape.
So wild shape is what, a cantrip?
It is a druid feature. God damn it.
Good.
That's a druid feature.
I can turn into an animal as a bonus
Yeah, I know what
action.
wild shape does, but... So it's a druid feature, alright. So.
Yeah.
So I have to double check that. Alright, so you go back into being a human.
Take a look
So-
outside.
Unfortunately, that downgrades your rest. Now you don't have it. Now it's no longer a long rest. Now it's considered a short rest, because you went straight from coming out of the stone to trying to
I had
resist tidal surge.
I had my spells ready.
Mhm.
That's
No,
all
you
I
don't.
needed.
Because it's now a short rest.
It's not how it works.
It is in this particular situation.
if I had a long rest and I already prepared my spells, it just means whatever bonus I had from a short rest that isn't the spells is gone.
That's not how this works in this situation.
Then that doesn't make sense, because if I prepared my spells and this just happened.
Also, it's
why?
how are you... now I have to think logically, which is how are you preparing your spells while encased in stone and insensitive to everything else?
I'm able to move in the stone a little bit.
Okay. But I thought you were mostly sleeping, because you didn't sense the vibrations and you didn't sense any of that other stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, how would you be able to just those don't match? Anyone want to jump in there?
Like playing devil's advocate, kinda. I would say, well, since he wasn't affected by the tidal waves and all that, maybe he was able to focus on preparing his spells.
Yeah. So
Maybe.
it's simply put, you have to spend at least another hour or two resting up from the fact that you went from long rest to full action, and now you need a short rest to regain yourself.
No, I'm just
Because you do a constant motion. You constantly go from one heavy action to another heavy action, so that's going to wear you out.
I'm just going to sit down.
All you need is like an hour or two to recoup yourself, and then you'll get all your spells back. That's because it adds a little bit of extra time onto that.
Gonna sit down, meditate, and prepare my spells.
Yeah, so there you go. So he has to. So you guys are gonna have to wait around for another 2 hours while he rests from that.
That is fine. I'll just keep an eye out from the top.
So you're on the roof. You definitely see that the town has been flooded out. There's still pools of blood. There's puddles everywhere. The merfolk are coming out, and they look a little harrowed by what they just happened. Let's see. Rain is still coming down, and it looks like the rain is increasing even further. So if it wasn't bad before, now it's bad. Now it's getting worse.
Can I notice if it's natural or if it's like a spell?
That would be... If you're trying to see if it's a spell, that's Arcane check. Or Arcana, so... If you're trying to see it's natural, that's nature.
Yeah, I don't think...
You can roll it. Even if you don't have it, you can roll it. So you can roll Arcana, and then you can roll your nature.
Wouldn't it be best for me to search nature, since
they're both the same
ones?
Because you don't have any intelligence.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. And the challenge rating is above 10, so good luck.
Yep.
So you can't tell if it's natural or not because you've never encountered rain.
Should I?
Yeah.
Yeah. So others can also check as well. But I don't know, Spicoli, I thought you were resting.
I'm meditating, I said.
Yeah, so...
That
meditating, so Arcana, no, Niltaor doesn't know it's magical. Let's see, is it magical or not? So... It's in this zone, this is pretty natural, like the Tidal Surge, because... Let's see, how much history? So you don't know history, you just know that, this happens every so often, that the tide just surges and that the massive amount of water just comes down the river.
Okay.
Okay, so... And that's just you. I don't think anybody else picked that one up.
Hey, I'm a druid. I know this
He's
shit.
a druid. He knows things.
Yeah.
I know nature very well. Inside and out.
Anyway. So Tidal Surge just happened, and we're going to break it there and move back to town, or at least to us.
So, the spider thing?
No, we're done with the spider thing. We already defeated the spiders. Nearly died.
Well, I was not there.
Yeah, so of course you weren't there.
Nah, we didn't.
So
We didn't nearly die.
yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
We were in the middle of darkness. We couldn't hit Jack. He could hit us. How is that not nearly dying?
We hit him eventually.
Yeah, but still, it comes down to there is the part where it didn't just the thing didn't just get raffle stomped by us, nor did we have the advantage. We had the disadvantage until you used your powers, which is you broke down and called upon your deities. You couldn't just rely on martial prowess. And then plus, that was luck. Half the time that might not happen. You call upon a deity and they don't give you the strength you need. It's like, no, deal with this yourself. Alright, so I'm going to realign us. Back at the camp. We set up a small camp. We have a bunch of animals, which normally these animals would be trying to hurt each other, but they're not. And we're going to start with Thorin, because Thorin, you were going into a dream state. You just wanted to go directly to sleep. So, your dream is the same, which is there's the massive wall containing all of... It's basically a giant wall containing all of your memories and things that you want to know.
This time I'm not trying to break it down.
Okay,
This time
so
I'm just
what are you doing?
thinking on a way how to break it down. I'm not trying to...
You're thinking of a way to break it down.
Yeah.
So basically,
I
you're
still
not
fight
even trying to.
these
You're not even
guys.
holding with the deal that you originally made. That somebody else will do it for you. Now it's just I want to do it myself.
No, but he forgot
Okay.
that part for a moment.
How does he have such a short-term memory?
I don't know. Probably
so-
something relating to the fact that I don't know anything anymore.
Yeah.
but-
So you just the deal you completely forgot. So intruding on your dreams. No, remember our bargain. That's you, Stare. That's the voice is asking you to remember the bargain.
Yeah, I know. I know. I know.
So you don't say anything.
I was just thinking. I was just like, that's right. I forgot.
So your memory is clouded and uncertain. There is a reason
course
for
it is.
that.
Yeah, well, I guess this reason is the wall. I mean,
You know my offer.
isn't there an easier way to communicate than just through dreams or in desperate need?
That all depends on you.
What do I have to do to make that happen?
You must pledge your allegiance to me. And only me.
Let's just say I do that. How would that solve the problem that I can't talk to you in daylight?
I will give you the means that all patrons of mine receive.
And that is...
It's like, you will be given a familiar. You will be given someone that will act as my will made manifest. They will guide you on the path you need to walk.
Bloody head.
So what do you do about
what
that?
do you... What?
So what do you do about that? I mean, just that's what he's offering. Is he'll give you a familiar. But there is an exchange. You must sacrifice what is close to you, to me.
Well... The only thing that's really close except my axe is that wolf I quote-unquote befriended earlier.
Well, then you know your path. You must sacrifice him.
Guess as much.
It's like deep down you knew such a thing would occur.
I would. Indeed I did.
So what do you do now? I mean, like, you know, that's the bargain. Sacrifice the thing that you hold dear, and then he'll give you the powers you want.
So what is the deal exactly?
That is the deal exactly.
No.
What do you mean by what is missing in that deal?
Not the familiar part. I mean
Yeah.
the other deal exactly. That's what I'm asking.
Which deal? There's a lot of deals he's making.
Him breaking the wall down.
That's just it, is worship him and only him. And that's where the familiar thing comes in. It all works together. It's, you know, if you have my familiar, that means you're bound to me, because my familiar will act as my eyes and ears. What they know, I will know. So think of it like constant surveillance. You'll be under constant watch.